Okay, new project today. Had to stop on the little storage shed and get on a small chicken house for my chickens. I've got to get the chickens out of the brooder today. They've grown too big. I've left them in there too long. So that's what I'm doing today. So I'm going to get started. Okay, I'm actually in my carpenter shop, also known as the front yard. And I've got my two work benches, also known as two old patio tables. They're very light. They're both aluminum. Somebody gave it to me, and before the hurricane, they actually had glass on them. And so after the two hurricanes, they did not make it through. The glass did not, but the tables did. But that's what I'm going to use them for. We built two of these chicken houses, a little bit 4x8, off the ground chicken houses to hold my chickens. About 15 years ago, and I just went out there and looked at them, and they were completely rotted away. I just put them out in the field and kind of wanted to refurb them and start using them well. They're too far gone. I'm going to use a lot of the hardware and some of the wire, and I'm going to try and build them pretty much just like I built them last time. My daughter and I raised, I think, 30-some chickens a couple years ago, and they fared very well. So here we go. Got the little foundation built, and what this is just, I'm actually going to come in and put on 2-foot centers, probably, or close to it. I'll put some braces, and what this is it's 8 feet long for the single run sheet of plywood, and then it is I took out for the 2 sheets of 3/4 inch plywood. It's going to go across the ends, and it'll cap this piece of plywood. So that's pretty much how I figured it. So, and I'm gonna put the braces in now, and then I'm gonna go get the wire off of the old frames. Got all the braces completed. Got them all in. It's a real simple design. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here and I'm actually gonna install some legs to get it up off the ground, probably about 18 inches. Last time it was a little closer than that, I believe. One of them was, the other one wasn't. But I'm gonna and then eventually I'll put some pressure treated skids underneath it with a chain attached to it. And what I'll be able to do is it'll be a mobile chicken hutch or shed, whatever you want to call it. So continue on. Okay, I actually messed up the last little leg I put on by having it in slow mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install this little middle leg right here. What I'm going to do is probably going to put it on this side. Put it right there, put a couple screws in it. Get it as square as I can. Drop a screw, drop another screw, and it's flush. Drop another screw. Got a screw loose, I guess. So anyway, push it back in there, line it up, and I'll finish putting the screws in it. What I'll do is I'll top this off with a pressure treated timber, or maybe make some skids out of some metal. I don't know. I want to be able to pull this around the place. What I'm going to do is, these chickens here are for production eggs, and in other words, I'm going to try and hatch some more chickens out, and then later on I'll use this one for the ones that are just going to roam around and clean the property up. So we'll continue on, finish this. Got the all 6 legs on, kind of where I wanted them. And yeah, there's one screw over there I gotta go fish. It's adequate strength on it. What I'll do is, like I said, I'm gonna put either a metal skid or a pressure treated skid. Then I'll put it up on some blocks to get it off the dirt. That'll put it about 24 inches off the ground, the floor, which is plenty. Now I'm going to take this down and flip it over, go put it where it's probably going to sit. And then I'm going to go remove the wire off the old one, because I am about repurposing everything. As you can see, most of all this wood, in fact I believe every bit of this, is either from 2 houses that were being torn down during the 2 hurricanes. I went and was told I could go scavenge some good wood out of it. And so that's what I did. And that's what I build my stuff with. I try not to spend any money on anything to a certain point. Now I think the walls, I actually got some plywood that a gentleman gave me that it was on a construction site. All I had to do is haul off the other stuff, and I think he gave me about 5 sheets of decent plywood. And that's what I'm going to put on the sides here mostly. I think I'm going to try and get some plywood off the old ones too. So we'll see. Definitely the hardware, the hinges and the catches. So continue on. Got it positioned where I'm going to put it. This is where I've been dumping the chick manure stuff out of the brooder from underneath the brooder. But this is in the garden area, not far from the building that I'm working on. Yeah, that's the little Jeep that I drive around here in. It's actually my anchor point for my rope. I got a block and tackle up there on top of that building. What I do is I clamp the sheet metal to it, and I pull one up a little ways and tie it to the bumper. Go on to the side, pull it up a little ways, tie it to the bumper. Back and forth till I get it positioned where I need it. Then I get a ladder and I put some screws in it, unhook it, and basically make a run or two on the screws, and then I hang another one. And I got just this side to finish, and then that part should be done. But anyway, I had to get off that to get on this one to get my chickens. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably put some blocks underneath there for right now. And I'm going to go get that wire. Here are the floors out of the last 2 coops I built probably 15 years ago. That's probably about how long ago it was. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this wire and save it. It's actually 2-foot pieces on each one. And I'm going to pull the staples out, and I'm going to go install it on that one over there, and it'll work fine for many years. Got the wire off. Now I'll just throw this in the burn pile. And the bucket is for this staples, because as I pull these out, I got to put them in a bucket, because where I'm at is eventually going to be a pasture, probably for goats, or maybe a few cows eventually, this edge right here. But so I got one more to do, but I'm not going to fool with it. I'm going to leave it until later. I'm going to continue and building this. I need to get this done. Okay, what I'm going to use for, and excuse the wind, even with the whatever they call that, a dead cat on that mic, it's still picking up some wind noise, I believe. What this is, some 3/4 inch poultry net staples. That's this hardware cloth, and just like that, it looks like regular fence staples. Picked these up at my local Lowe's in town, and what I'm gonna do is put them every couple inches and install it. Because what will happen eventually, probably a coon or a possum or some animal or a fox may get around this cage while they're in it, with this coop, while they're inside there, and they'll do their best to get to them. Of course, they will be up on a set of roosts that I'm gonna put in here also to get them up off this wire, just to give them added protection. Because if they get hurt, it's my fault. I mean, if your animals get hurt, it's your fault. So I'm going to take every precaution I can to keep them from getting hurt, and they're costly to replace. I mean, you have a lot of these animals are investments. Whether you're going to produce more chickens with it, or you're going to use it for meat. So I'll continue all the way stretched out, and it looks good. Got all the staples on it. It's well secure. So I'll get some sides on it now. Okay, what I'm fixing to do is put this wall up, which is a full 4x8 sheet of plywood. I've got me some cheating blocks right here. They're actually going to set the plywood right up on here, and on the other end I have another one. Got my screws ready and my screw gun, and I'm going to stand it up, and then I'm going to put a whole bunch of screws all in this to support that one sheet. So will it work? I don't know. We'll see. Hang on. Okay, got that side up and got that side up. And what this is you'll see it, but this is a 48-inch piece of plywood, and this is, I think, 43. And what it is, it leaves about a 6-inch gap up here for some hardware cloth for venting on these. But you'll see when I put up the end, you'll understand why I made it this way. So I'll have a natural vent to for the heat to get out during the summer. Get the ends on it, then mark it for the what I've got to do is mark this on this end piece so I can come in and cut my door, so when I get into this, I'll be right at the bottom of it. So you'll see why. This is why I cut my plywood and stuff. This is a vent. I have some hardware cloth, and this will be the top of the shed, and there will be a 2x6 going all the way across, and the hardware cloth attaches to this and this and gives allows the heat. Same thing on the back side. It allows for a 6-inch. I think it's about a 5-inch. 5-inch all the way around, but you'll see. Then I have a metal roof to go. Then I'm marked for my doors. I had some bad weather that looked like it was coming in, so I kind of got real busy, and I actually forgot to do some of the filming. But this is kind of what it looks like. It's just a box. Got the roost in there, little ladder system. This will be a vent right here, and there will be a vent right over there where that gap is. I'll put a hardware cloth right here. But what I've actually done, I've actually cut a door, but I have to go get the hardware on the old one was so rusty and the screws wouldn't come out. So what I did was I actually just cut the door out and left cut it out with a circular saw. And tomorrow, well, this afternoon, I'm gonna go to town, get some hinges and a hasp, actually just a latch. And tomorrow I will hook this up, and somewhere's over here on this side, I'm gonna cut another door for the chickens to come in and out. And it's gonna be a slider to where I can hook onto it, just pull it from the fence. The fence will probably connect to the corner right here and then go out into the garden area. And like I say, I have to be real careful with them because the hawks will swoop down and get them. So, but because they're real small right now, they're only, I think, about 7 weeks old. So anyway, I'll be right back. It is the next morning, and what I'm fixing to do is go get my sawzall, my jigsaw, one of them, whatever I find, and I'm gonna cut these. I went late last night after dark and got some hasp and the hinges. I was gonna use the old hardware, but all the screws were messed up and rusted. So what I'm gonna do is do that, and then I'm gonna put get the old wire off the other one, put that up there, fix the vents, and then put the roof on it. And then I'm gonna look at putting a yard up. I've got to get some stuff done. All right, this was last year's. This is where I had the corn and the tomatoes, and what I've got the chicken yard right here now. What I'm thinking about doing is just letting the chickens come through here and get all this taken care of, and just let them scratch it up, see what they can find. then I'll come in here, move them again, and get my garden planted. I still got a couple more months for most of it. I do need to get my potatoes in the ground. We'll see how that goes. I'm sure what a lot of people are probably figuring is, why didn't I just do a chicken tractor? Well, we've used chicken tractors all my life, actually. First chicken tractor I ever seen was one my dad built in the 70s. Now, where he got the idea, I don't know. He may have come up with it himself. But we used chicken tractors when I was a kid. In fact, I just cut up ours was usually kind of heavy, and in fact, that one was made out of rebar. I just took it apart a couple of weeks ago to reuse the rebar. But in fact, if you look back in that, I have a ton of cattle panels, so I could have easily made a normal chicken tractor that everybody else uses. I actually did not want that right now. One reason is, if you look at the ground I have, a lot of my ground out here is not level. So I'd be dragging it 10 feet this way, 10 feet that way, or whatever, 20 feet. And I just didn't want to deal with that. This way, actually, when we had all this cleaned up at one time, probably 15 years ago, we fenced this off and run chickens in here, and they cleaned it down to the ground. And then at that time, we were able to come in and get a lot of the underbrush out. But I'm not doing it because I just don't want to. This is the way I want to do it. I'm going to have me a chicken yard, and then I'll move them again after they take care of the garden area. Then I'll put them further out. So that's the thought on that. I have been working on this thing all day, and I've got it pretty much done. I actually came in and cut the door, put the hardware on it. This is what it looks like from the inside. Put the roost up yesterday. I cut that the other side door. That's where they'll actually go out into the temporary pen. I came in and put 2 more braces for the feeder. I'm gonna probably just leave this on the ground, on the floor, along with the water. I'm gonna come back in and put the little watering cups right over there, I think, so they'll be able to come in. And of course, outside I'll have a pan of water, and they'll have to come inside to eat. Got the roof on it. It's actually the old roof off the other one of the other ones, just built just like this. I liked it, so I said, well, I'm gonna. In fact, these roofs came out of one of the other ones. I had to cut the other roost. That one up there was 8 feet long. It went the whole length of the roost, but it had rotted, so I just cut it down shorter, and did it that way. I'm fixing to go install. I'm gonna show you around. The tin roof is so. It may leak, I don't know, but I've got all the vent wire up like I wanted. But on both sides, it's real hard to actually put a staple through the side of a piece of plywood. I had forgot about that, but then I had some old roofing tacks, and that'll work. Nothing can get in it, and that's my slide door. Later on, I'm gonna start looking at the automatic doors, and I fixed it to where I can mount an automatic door right here, daylight to dark, whatever. I got it secured. What this is a slide door, and the fence when I get it put up will be right here. So I'll have, just like I had last time, I have a pole attached to this, and it'll screw right into the side of this. And you just, when you want to let them out in the morning, you come out here and you pull the rod and open the door, and they all come out. In the afternoon, you don't even have to get in the yard. And this part right here will be outside of the fence. So this part here and this part right here will always be outside the fenced off area, and then the fence will attach right here. So all I have to do is secure this side all the way around the bottom to keep the varmints from getting inside. So I am fixing to go get the ladies and put them in there. It's still kind of small for what I have, 22 chickens, but it'll actually give them they'll have 4 times the amount of room they have now, which is, they're still in the brooder. So, and then this week I will start fencing off the garden, the old garden, and the girls can work that during the day, and hopefully I'll probably end up moving the dog kennel, the large guardian dog puppies I have Great Pyrenees, Great Dane cross. I'll probably move their kennel right here, right next to the chicken yard, so they can hopefully deter any kind of animal that wants to come hurt my chickens. So continue on. Okay, got the chick girls in here. They're getting kind of big. You better back up. In their new house. So we'll see. I'm gonna have a heat light in here. I'm fixing to go around and try to secure the bottom. I think I'm gonna block the wind off around tonight. I'll put something around the bottom, and I'll have another heat light. I'm fixing to go get another heat lamp put in here for them. So if they wanna, if it gets too cold, they'll be able to. But they're fully feathered, so not too worried about that. They do like to eat, no matter. They'll sit here and eat every bit of that. They have food in front of them all the time. So, all right, I guess I'm gonna finish this. If you like this video, I'd appreciate if you hit the like button. Be sure and subscribe and hit the bell notification so the next time I do put a video up, you'll get a notification. This is Bill with the Cajun Homestead, and I do appreciate you watching. Catch you next time.